WHSL The Whistle News, Talk, and Information Radio is here. And we're here to stay, it looks like. We are back by popular demand. The outcry was so loud, we had to come back. We had to come back and do it again. Yeah, this time, this is broadcast 002. We did have different call letters to start out with. They weren't as popular as we thought they would be. You can still get that tape, however. It is $2. And you can write the address on the newsletter. Box 3, Nebraska 503. This broadcast 002, we have performing update, federal cover-up, a report from Japan's emperor, a toy recall, our very first radio drama here on The Whistle. We have a commentary from James Stewart, and the top 5 New Year's resolutions. The following broadcast is under strict control of the news network companies. All names and information held within this broadcast are somewhat believed to be true. We cannot be held responsible for the content. Adult material is included and listener discretion is to be used. This broadcast is rated FM 14 for fairly mediocre 14. Greetings. We also want to tell you Happy New Year and give you our typo information for the very first newsletter. We had a typo. The tapes are $2 instead of $1. A brand new feature to WHSL The Whistle. Of course, most of this is since we're only 2. We have a radio drama program that we like to call a Martyrdom. Here with the very first episode, a Martyrdom, the best made plans. Here is our host, Sonny Crane. I'm Sonny Crane with another chapter in the continuing saga of Martyrdom. Yes, it's that time once again when we visit our ever-eventful, busy, and virtually unknown suburb, Rockbrook. When we last left our cast, Becky was caught in a triangle of lies, trickery, and naughtiness. Frederic has stolen the prized plans of our hero Henry's invention, the fuzz-filled furry flying machine. We take you now to Rockbrook for this episode, The Best Made Plans. Becky is being held hostage by Frederic in a warehouse. There's only one problem for Frederic. The plans are written in Henry's secret code of milk products. Knowing that Frederic is lactose intolerant, Henry feels the plans are safe. Frederic needs to translate the plans before he can rule the skies. Here now is a Martyrdom.
It's only a matter of time, my dear, and I will have a translator help me make heads and tails of these blasted plans. I'm sure Henry is enjoying his new accommodations. I hear gray cement shoes are back in style this year. Ha, ha, ha.
You'll never get away with this, Frederic. Henry has too many friends.
Enough talking, or I'll put that mackerel back in your mouth. I will have my fuzz-filled, furry flying machine if it's the last thing I do. When I first learned of its power to fly disguised as an indigenous brown bear, I knew I needed it for my plans to defraud the Conservation Department. I will rule. Ha ha ha.
Evil, twisted, cruel man. My Henry will escape and rescue me and the Conservation Department. I just know he will.
Ha ha ha. He'll have to trade shoe sizes awfully fast, and his breaststroke better have improved since high school.
No!
Tune in next time as we discover the true identity of Frederic. A blast from Henry and Becky's past, or just a fired postal worker? Hear Frederic say next time.
I can tie my shoes myself.
In the South London Conservatory, reporting for WHSL The Whistle News and Information Radio 100.
We want to welcome our listeners from all across the country. We want to welcome new listeners from Iowa. We also want to welcome brand new listener from Illinois. We want to let you know that you are welcome here at WHSL The Whistle. And also, we want to let you know that we do not sell our lists. No, we don't. Well, at one time, but that's over with. It's all done. Hey, we have a federal cover-up story from our government correspondent right now.
Here, reporting for the science report for The Whistle. Scientists have found that panda bears were once white with black patches and have just recently changed to become black with white patches. They attribute the color switch to environmental changes, chemical imbalances in breeding, and the steadily increase of retirement in the bear's workplace. There are experts say still some original colored animals out there, but only in rare cases not affected by the changing factors. Buffer reporting from Africa for the Science Report for The Whistle.
I want to thank each of our...
Funniest thing I have ever heard. Play it again. Rewind it. Play it again. Listeners, here, now, it would seem a blanket of air has covered this nation and most of its people, except the tip of Florida, with a feeling of freezing to death. It raises the question of global warming. While it is true, no one here knows what they're talking about, but it does seem to stay colder longer. Listen, now, maybe our subconscious makes us believe time goes slower when it's cold, or maybe for the perception of time moving faster in warmer weather is false. Listen, now! We predict that it will be warmer in the west and south and cooler in the north this year. More rain in the Midwest and New England, and less in California and Florida. Tropical depressions and hurricanes, pestilence, will stay mainly offshore, and tornadoes will strike the midsection of the country. Are you listening now? With this in mind, time will not move any faster or slower than it's supposed to. Captain, wrong. One, then, With this, as all things, this shall pass. Are you listening now? I'm Scott McTucket. Angeles, California, for the whistle.
Oh, yeah. WHSL. You know this one. I just have this urge to walk on a conga line and hold my finger up in the air and I don't know.
I bet you wondering how I knew I'll show hands to make me blue with some of the guys you knew before.
This is Jimmy Stewart on radio. It's been a while since I was on radio. I always liked radio. They asked me down here to talk to you about condoms. We really didn't have a use for condoms when I was growing up. You talk about a rubber. You were talking about something that you would wear on your feet when it was raining. Nothing that you would something that you would put on your winky. Well, it just wasn't done. You see, I think you should wear them if you're gonna do that, and be considerate of your partner, and that's what I'd have to comment on condoms there. Yeah.
Thanks, Jimmy. Hey, it's always nice to hear your voice here at WHSL The Whistle Radio. News, talk, and information. We here at WHSL, we know that we're human. And we like to take this time in the program to prove that we do have mistakes. We did have one mishap with recording this broadcast, and we want to play that for you now because we feel it's a humility block that we must overcome.
The CIA reported the downslide of the FBI was caused by the AAA falsely submitting information on employees.
Side of the scene, fantasies, summer song all along, dragged across the 7 seas, to the beach, come follow me. Summer's gone, a summer song, you wasted every day, every day.
Here at News Talk Information Radio 100 WHSL, we like to combine things whenever we can to save time. And we have a special commentary and the blast from the past all in one for this broadcast. Our own celebrity gives his comments on condom use in the United States.
Toy company voluntarily recalls a list of toys they state have been studied further after being already released onto the market and have been found to be harmful, having small parts or not relating to reality. The Ken Rambo Tag Team Blowtorch Kit doll was recalled, along with the My Little Pony
horseshoeing kit doll, and also the much popular acclaimed Tickle Me Elmo. Reporting for WHSL The Whistle, I'm Brad Zip.
Reported the downslide of the FBI was caused by the AAA falsely submitting information on employees of the NCC BC BAD. AAA refused comment on the grounds that it had been accused without the just cause of the NCC BC BAD, according to the new ruling by the BBC that all reports must go through a non-involved agency like NBC or CBS. ABC cannot be included in the list because of their involvement with both the NCC BC BAD and the BBC. NBC denied comment, and CBS did not know what the HELL we were talking about. Most of what's going on with this story is being kept on the QT, but we will stay on it here at WHSL Whistle Radio, News, Talk, and Information 100.
WHSL The Whistle, right here in Rockport, Missouri, USA. We have a special report from Japan right after this. A little bit there from Blue Eyes. Well, we that last bit was it really does show that we have a humility block, and we do make mistakes here at WHSL. We do it. Just letting you know that happens.
Of course it does.
Of course it does. Lots more of information coming up. Next, we've got a story from Bangladesh.
Cool.
All right, so here we go with news and information from WHSL. News, Talk, and Information 100.
Bangladesh has been the center of excitement, I say excitement, due to the birth, I say out-of-the-womb birth of Siamese twin prime ministers. The two brothers were prime ministers, I say right out of the womb, brothers out of the womb, prime ministers, right out of the room. Woo. They say that they are happy that the process did not take as long as last time. I say last time. Good grief, how many times this happened. We regret not having video to show the two brothers. Sadly, their religion only allows radio coverage. Strange, if you ask me, but nobody did. In Bangladesh, with recorder Manahan Cornwell, I'm Antonio Marxes with WHSL News. News, that is.
Dreaming of reaching my journey's end.
Well, here's another mistake. This is not the song I wanted to play, but that's okay. We're going to read a little bit of statistics that you might not have known before. Just is brought to you by our sponsor, Just In Case Incorporated. Just in case you didn't know.
Yeah.
38 pounds of drool is produced by a female child in their first year of life, according to a BBC documentary.
Cool.
I didn't know that. Amy's got one here for you.
Let's see, the percentage of long-distance truck drivers who say they fell asleep at the wheel is 25%. How about that?
25%. Unbelievable. Well, Jefferson City, Missouri. We're from Missouri, so we can kind of,
Missouri.
Yeah, right. 10 state legislators introduced a bill that would reward the newlyweds with $1,000. To qualify, each partner would have to be at least 21 years old, be free of sexually transmitted diseases, and have no offspring or ex-spouse. The woman also cannot have had an abortion. In addition, the bill would impose a $1,000 fine for any spouse found to be at fault in the divorce, and a $200 tax credit would be given to the couple whose children stayed out of trouble.
Oh, that's cool.
It's kind of sad, don't you think?
Well, yeah, in a cool sort of way.
But we neither one qualifies,
That's all right.
and we're not telling you how. Coming up, we got a lot more news and information from all over. We hope you're enjoying everything. We got another story coming up right about now. On where?
I don't know. Whistle. WHL The Whistle.
WHSL The Whistle.
Whatever.
News, talk, and information. She meant to say 100.
100.5.
That's right. 100.5. Oh boy.